What is good, everybody? If you're as excited about New Comic Book Day as I am, you're in the right spot. Buckle up, hit that subscribe button, come hang out because it's New Comic Book Day, and let's talk about some comic books. Boy, do I have a doozy for you one this week. I bet you never guess what I didn't buy. Stay tuned. Once again, welcome back to the ComicManAndy Comic Cave and Comic Dojo. It is New Comic Book Day Wednesday, and I am glad we are here. We've got some great weeds. We got some great weeds. We got some great reads this week, and I've got some great stuff I want to share with you guys. So once again, welcome to the Wednesday Comic Book Show here, where we're going to hang out with you guys, hit up this chat, talk a little bit about some books, show some books. What's my read of the week? What do you guys think? What's your read of the week? Comment down below. Leave a comment after the replay. What was your favorite read of this week? What were you really anticipated for? What did you have to read in your car at the LCS before you even got home? Right? And boy, oh boy, this is probably one of the most comfortable New Comic Book days I've had in a long time. Like, comfortable on the wallet, comfortable on the back with the lifting, and comfortable in the chair with some really good reads. I kid you guys not. I can't wait to go over these, but let's introduce everybody hanging out in the chat tonight at this moment because we had some tailgaters and I was running just a little bit late, but Mishu Seaman, Station and all that stuff. Station, what is good, everybody? Good to see you. M3 Lines, once again, happy birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to M3 Lines, and be sure to check out M3 Lines' channel as well. For those of you guys that are moderators that can drop some links in here and share each other's channels so you guys can help find each other and grow the comic book community and look for more content that you're really interested in as you're passing through here and hanging out. Please do that, moderators. We really appreciate y'all. So M3 Lines, once again, happy birthday. And don't forget to check out his channel and his videos. Great stuff over there, man. Thanks for being here. Come on, Mama. Happy New Comic Book Day. Which reminds me, come on, Mama. Just received that last Whatnot auction win. Great pickup on that Gwen cover. Very cool stuff. Which also reminds me, we're going to do a giveaway today. And I forgot all about it. But I've got the book sitting right over here. So bear with me when we get through these books, the first go through of the books before we hit up the chat. I'll grab them and we'll get everybody in the chat that's still here that wants to be entered on this free giveaway tonight. Very cool to appreciate all you guys that hang out every week. A little something to say thank you. But yeah, speaking of giveaways, Paul Dunn, heyo, is in the house. Thanks for being here, man. Good to see you again. And I hope you are pumped and you are amped for New York Comic Con this week. I can't wait to live vicariously through everybody's photos for New York Comic Con this week. This is going to be really cool. I'm looking forward to Uncle Skeff is out there. Paul's going to be making a trip out there. Mighty Mel V, It's Drunken Chat Son is out there already in the building, posted pictures. Super dope. Stoutman's in the house. Well, hello, comic family. Good to see you, man. You guys watch the new What If. I did not watch the new What If. You guys can talk about it if you want. You're really not going to spoil anything for me because I'm probably going to forget about it in the next day or so because it'll be at least a week before I get to watching any of the What If stuff. Steve White's in the house. Good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Hello, fellow comic book nerds. I do agree with that. Absolutely. Happy New Comic Book Day. And yeah, Mishu Seaman is a little spicy tonight. I see that, man. Welcome. You can vent. You can unwind here. You can relax. Peter Parker's pants. Say that 3 times fast. Say that 5 times fast. Peter Parker's pants. Peter Parker's pants. Peter Parker's pants. And there's 3 at least. All right, Peter. Good to see you, man. Absolutely. Thanks for being here. Perry Comics. Peepin' Perry's people in the people's chat. We're getting there. Luke's Comics Station, everyone. Good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Daywalker. Good to see you as well. It's a little bit of Star Wars stuff this week, right? A little bit of Star Wars. JP Budget Collecting. Don't forget to check out JP. We were just on his channel the other night with that great indie read. And Lock and Key. Lock and Key has the foundation, might have what it takes to be in one of my top 5 reads, maybe at least in my top 10 at a minimum. I can't wait to talk about that more with JP and those guys. That was an excellent read and snuck up on me. Wish I would have given that the time of day when it first came out. There's Station Luke, man. Ricky Markstack's in the chat. Thanks for being here. Good to see you, man. Hello, Comic Man and family. Thanks for being here, man. Apparently, Andy got some great reads today. Yes, yeah, I know, right? Absolutely. Zuni little fist bump action on a Wednesday. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. Josh G says his read of the week was Nice House on the Lake. Ooh, good. We're going to talk about that because ComicManAndy did buy some DC books today. That's right. DC book, not plural. Oh boy. Come on. Happy day, M3 Lions. Absolutely. Happy birthday. It's a couple days late, but happy birthday, man. Nonetheless. Saturday, I went and met Ashley Exton and Jim. Very cool, Ricky, man. Congratulations. Who else we got in the chat hanging out? Wait, what is Forrest Gump's password? He says 1Forrest1. Absolutely. Oliver says, what's heavier, water or butane? Is this a legit question? Water, butane. Oh my God, bless America. Snuck up on me like a serial killer on October. Well done, Oliver. Wow. God bless him. You got me, man. Did you get their signatures? Yes, Ricky. Did you get their signatures? Holy moly. Hot tip. Find me at NYCC and win free comics, Paul says. You guys better stalk Paul's IG. Look for his picture. Find him at New York Comic Con. Snap some pictures and share it and tag everybody in that. That's going to be really cool. Yes, you got their signatures on Dark Horse Comics, Star Wars. What? Dang, son. Epic, man. Very cool. Just subbed your channel. Come on, Mama says. Absolutely. Good stuff. What is up, Mojo Quid? Thanks for being here. Speaking of Mojo Quid and a few other you guys, I see some Whatnot peeps hanging out here tonight. Don't forget, this next Friday, there's another Whatnot auction down here in the Comic Dojo. We're going to throw together some more books because we're going to Motor City Comic Con. We need to make room for more books because I'm hoping to find a bunch of good deals at Motor City Comic Con. If I don't find any deals, at least I'm going to find some comic books and bring them home too. So we got to make some more space. But One Shot Comics in the house. Thanks for being here. Good to see you. Hey, everyone, he says. Absolutely. Lock and Key is great read and show. I cannot wait to get into the show. I think I should probably wait and read a couple more volumes before I start digging into the show. You guys let me know, how much does that season, that first season, or is there 2 seasons? How much of that show covers the volumes? But yes, subbed. Absolutely. Two Brothers Comics in the house. Thanks for being here, Dustin and or Nick. Love you guys. Great to see you as well. Holy moly. Who else we got in here? You shared the Dark Horse Comics Star Wars on Twitter and in the Comics Core Discord. Very cool, man. Very cool. That is awesome. Can't wait to see that signature, man. So we're diving right into the books. We're already 7 minutes in. I promise you guys some books. And like I said, this is probably one of the most comfortable new comic book days I've had in a long time. Comfortable on the wallet. Seriously. Comfortable on the back, like not lifting a diamond box full of books to bring home and not a box full of bags and boards. And comfortable on, none of these reads felt taxing. They didn't feel like a burden at all. So this was a really big breath of fresh air this week, actually. And you know what? Brian and the guys over at Simpsons Comics News were right. These are some great reads this week. So, and I also got something interesting to share with you guys. I did something this week that I've never done before. But it's not buying DC books. I did buy a DC book. Nice House on the Lake, number 5 is out. I almost bought the cover B. The cover B looked really good. The cover A looked really good. I like the minimal. I continue to like how the minimal trade dress reveals or develops more of the cover. You really get to catch more of that with your eyes. This issue, you get to learn more about the house guests that, how do I describe this without spoiling it? The house guests have learned something of themselves that adds a nice little spin. And then the end of the book has a pretty decent plot twist. It's pretty dang good. And knock knock, hello, what's behind door number 1? It's a cliffhanger because if I remember correctly, they're going on a little bit of a break from Nice House on the Lake for 2-3 months. I think 3 months. Somebody in the chat help me out here. I do recall there being a break coming up, whether it's after book 5 or book 6, I'm not sure, but it's several months before we come back. So knock knock, who's there? Cliffhanger, hello. We're stuck on a cliffhanger with Nice House on the Lake. I'm okay with that, though, because Nice House on the Lake has been fun, but I feel like if they just comic books, like issue to issue, month to month comic books, I just don't feel like binging like I do a TV show. I like being teased a little bit. Yes, that's what she said. I also like being dragged along a little bit to some degree, especially on books like Nice House on the Lake, Something's Killing the Children, books that are rewarding to read, in my opinion, and have meat on the bones every issue, pretty much. Have something to deliver. So Nice House on the Lake, don't miss that. If you've been reading Nice House on the Lake, you don't want to miss this. You just want to pick it up. Cover B, like I said, I almost bought both of them. But like I said, guys, I'm trying to trim a little bit. I'm trying to maneuver some books to make room for more. And I'm at the point where in beginning of next year, I might have to buy a whole nother set of shelving and delegate or regulate another chunk of the dojo down here for comic storage. And I don't want to do that because if I lose floor space, that makes it really difficult down here. But I promise you guys something I'd share with you that I'd never done before. And you know what that is? I didn't buy a single Marvel book this week. Not one. Not one. And honestly, I walk down the Marvel row and I look and I'm like, okay. Nothing jumped out and bit me in the ass, so to speak. Like lots of Spider-Man, lots of other stuff. And it's like, okay, pretty much everything I saw on the Marvel wall is something I'd rather just read digitally or wait for a trade or wait for an episode of Modern Men or something else. I didn't feel anything reach out to me off the wall and say, you got to have this on New Comic Book Day and you got to read this. I'm sure there were several Marvel reads out there the community's talking about that should be picked up. And if I've done a disservice to myself and 5-month break, are you kidding me? Oh, here we go. Buckle up, Peter. Oh my God. Okay. Yes. Peter Parker's Pants saying it's a 5-month break from Nice House on the Lake. That is unfortunately long. Longer. Oh, well, you think about it. Yeah. The holidays and everything else. Crap. Okay. Either way, not a Marvel. You guys correct me in the chat here. If there's a Marvel book that I missed that I definitely need to read, Dark Ages was pretty good, Walter said. In fact, I stopped and I stared at Dark Ages for a hot minute because they did have some of the variant covers there that were undamaged and in good shape. Unlike the situation that's going on with Random House or Pelican or whatever it's called. It escapes me at the moment with all those damages. Obviously, you can tell my LCS didn't order through them. And I almost did a cover buy on 1 or 2 of those. And I'm like, it's where you're hemming in your hand. He's like, no, I got a nice, light, comfortable week. Let me roll with this. But so skipping Marvel, like I said, sticking onto these books, and I'll talk more about the Marvel stuff in a little bit here. IDW Star Wars High Republic Adventures number 9. I like the purples and the blues in this cover. I'm not reading this. I'm not actively reading this because I want this to hit a short box for my son. Star Wars High Republic Adventures is more a young adult type situation, not situation, but it's delivered more for the young adult audience. Not saying I'm not going to like it, but if I have to prioritize what books I'm reading every week or what books I'm reading every month, this one definitely hits lower on the priority list. So I would sit down and read a couple at a time, not necessarily binge the whole series, but read a couple at a time. But I definitely want these for my child. Definitely want the mini me to have some Star Wars books ready and available if he's so interested. And the High Republic Adventures, I think, is really geared towards that. So who knows if that's going to be there and available in a year or two if he is really digging into comic books. But retailer incentive, the 1 in 10, we definitely have that on the pull list as well. So that hits the short box. Then that's it. That IDW, like this is going to be a short, fast, and then we'll ramble a little bit about Marvel, and we'll do the giveaway after we run through these books. I'll go grab them. They're literally a 5-second walk right over here. The next up, Image, the Me You Love in the Dark. Okay, so I was concerned after reading issue 1 that this is going to essentially be like a revamped Ghost, like revamped Patrick Swayze kind of a ghost story where it's a love story. And you know what? I was partially right. Partially, but only partially right. And I think the way Scotty Young delivers this is actually kind of keeping me intrigued. The artwork's keeping me intrigued. No pun intended, because art within art. But also, there's a twist at the end of this. A little bit of a twist that makes it a little less sappy, a little less love-based, if you will. So definitely left on I'm not going to call it a major cliffhanger. Definitely left off on something that makes me want to read issue 4, by all means. Where this goes after issue 5 or 6, I don't know. I don't know if this is going to be ongoing or if this is going to be a miniseries. You guys tell me in the chat if this is going to be a miniseries. I have not looked that deep into this, but it doesn't say 3 of 5 or 3 of 6. It just says issue 3. So maybe it's going to go for 15, 20 issues. Come on, Mama says that is excellent. Don't care about. Wait a second. We'll get into this chat in just a little bit here. Josh G saying a 6-month break on Nice House on the Lake. Crap, man, are you kidding me? Either way, on still with Image. I'm going to say it every time this comes out. I continue to enjoy this book every time it drops. Reliving the issue-to-issue release of Walking Dead, I think, is a lot of fun. And it's in color because that was my initial complaint when Walking Dead first came out. It was black and white. And I'm like, how do you tell a bloody, gory zombie story in black and white? Well, here we go. Buckle up, buckaroo. For those of you guys that may have not read the comic book, spoilers ahead because this has been out for quite a long while. Issue 24. Issue 24. You see it right there on the title. This is where Kirkman takes, a giant book and smacks all of the readers right in the face and says, "We are the Walking Dead." And gets the readers on board, and it's not explaining, but literally, like, then you begin to understand that this isn't a zombie focused story. The Walking Dead aren't the zombies. The Walking Dead are the living human beings. And this really starts to help the reader shape in their mind that it's a story of humanity and the loss of humanity and the loss of innocence, and what people need to do to survive, the choices they make. Hence, this issue, the issue prior to this, Rick makes a choice, and then he has the consequences of that choice in this issue. And they pull him from being the leader of the group and form a committee, like a 4-person committee, if I remember correctly. And he blows up at the end and says, "We are the Walking Dead." That's Rick Grimes basically taking the book and smacking you right in the face, say, "It's not a zombie story. It's not a zombie tale. The Walking Dead are the human beings like Rick Grimes." So that's really good. This is, I think, issue 24 is what it is. Yes, issue 24. From here on out, things start to get they lose the mundaneness of humanity, if you will. Alarm clocks. I mean, they lost the conveniences of humanity with the start of the story, but they really start to shape into survivors. They really start to hone themselves into things that aren't something we see every day, and situations we don't see every day. This is where the Walking Dead story really starts to become something special and really, really starts to break out on its own. And I can't tell you, I'm not gonna. Do you guys remember what happens to Michonne in the book? Jesus, for the love of that's not too far away from issue 24, if I remember correctly. Moving right along. That's it for Image. Next up, Dark Horse. Let's get out the soapbox here for a little bit. But Last Flight issue number 2 is out. This is good. And it develops the story a little bit more. And we figure out that this is kind of like a search and rescue, the start of a search and I can't speak tonight. Search and rescue issue. But for the love of God, Dark Horse, this is basically 1-ply better than 2-ply toilet paper. This thing is flimsy. If you're like me, a modern comic book completionist collector, where if you find something you like and you're into it and you want to get every issue, every cover, everything, and you want to grade some of these are going to be tough and high grade. These things are flimsy, they're thin, and right off of the shelf, right out of the diamond box or whatever box they came out of, they're wavy. They're wavy, like wavy, like they almost absorbed moisture from the atmosphere and within shipping. So I'm sure issue 1 had some similar problems, but Dark Horse seems to be really pinching the pennies on the books, like on the pages. Still a very enjoyable read, still a very enjoyable comic, but this is one of those ones where you break it out, you go to read, it's like, I gotta be careful. I don't want to rip it. Like, you legitimately almost feel like you're gonna rip one of these books. It's thin. It's like 3-ply thin. But Last Flight out, number 2. I'm sticking with that. I like the idea of the story. I like where that's going. I'm not going to spoil it for you. If you love or if you like it's Monday 3.0. Apocalyptic situations, end of world kind of situations, ultimatums like that make you question your choices in life. And we see a father that spent his entire life working and not really playing a role in his daughter's upbringing or life, and that dynamic between them, or the lack of dynamic, if you will. That's a really good story. I'm in this one for the haul. It's a mini series, if I remember correctly. Let me take a quick peek again. Yeah, issue 2 of 6. So there's only 4 more issues. Really looking forward to seeing how they're going to cram so much character development and so much story into only 4 more issues. Almost seems like a little bit of a challenge, not just a challenge, but it almost seems like a disservice to the story to cram that much character development story into just 6 issues, because I think this is going to really be good. But sticking with indies, from Vault, the last book you'll ever read, number 3, and I finally recall why I ordered this out of previews, and I haven't read issue 1 or issue 2 because I couldn't figure it out. It's from Cullen Bunn. That's why I ordered it right out of previews and just gave me cover A. So this hits the reading stack again. We'll set that aside and figure out where to make some time to get into that to read. And last indie book of the week to pick up from Scout Comics, issue number 3 of RedShift. This is another story that is just kind of tugs at my heartstrings. A little bit of sci-fi, a little bit of space adventure, a little bit of fantasy, if you will. Not quite fantasy. That's not quite the right term I'm looking for. It's a it could be a little more fleshed out as a read. I think they're trying to advance the story. The pacing is off just a touch. Just a touch. I think the pacing is a little bit quicker than it should be, which kind of affects the story. But I like where this is going. I mean, it's essentially the last holdout of humankind on a base on Mars, struggling to find where they can take humanity to survive. And they're struggling to put all their resources together to do these spaceships to send out with single people to search the cosmos for the next Earth, essentially, or the next planet they can call home. And I kind of like that. I kind of wish there was another TV series or another sci-fi related space series that kind of tugs at your heartstrings and makes you really wonder. I don't know, or I can't put this into words. RedShift is good, but it's not blow your socks off amazing. I feel like this could be fleshed out a little bit more. And this potentially, I think, is a mini series as well. Either way, HS Tack and Brent McKee, good so far. I like it. You know, if you got to give it a number of stars, I give it 3 out of 5 stars, essentially, if you want to throw a star rating on there. So my read of the week, honestly, is probably going to be, I'm still, see, this is kind of why I was struggling a little bit this week, because The Me You Love in the Dark was pretty good. I think I have to go Last Flight Out, issue 2, as my read of the week, with RedShift kind of being a close second. But those are the new comic book day pickups, and I've got one more comic book here to show you in just a little bit. As anybody else does, you check the wall, you check the cases, you look for stuff you haven't seen in a while, and I had not seen this, and I don't know if I missed this before. Wolverine #1. I don't have a copy of this, and I think I haven't checked the back and I haven't checked the interior, but just based on the cover, this is a easy 9.6. There's like one micro spine tick here, and it's pressable. It's easily pressable. So I don't have a high grade copy of this sitting anywhere. So I'm like, I'm sending books out every month to CGC, and I'm like, this is a great candidate to send to CGC, and then I can find a beater reader copy to go with it at some point later on, because I was not anticipating finding such a high grade white page, like bone white, really crispy white copy of Wolverine 1. So that's why I didn't go back and pick up other books off the Marvel shelf, or I didn't pick up any other indies or anything else. There's a couple of books that you guys are in the chat are probably going to share some of those other books that I missed out, and we'll talk about those in just a little bit. But Wolverine #1, that was a great little wall pickup. So now when it comes to the giveaway, let me grab the giveaway books so that we can get out the wheel, and then we can give away a couple of comic books right now, because I just want to say thank you to everybody, reward you, and let's get into this in just a second. Should have prepped this before. This will only take a minute. Let me grab those books. So once again, I got to do a big thank you and a big shout out to Paul Dunn, because Paul Dunn sent an AOK not too long ago with a handful of books from Bad Idea, and I enjoyed them tremendously, but they weren't books that I wanted to hunt for, and my LCS cannot, they're unable to participate, and they've tried and Bad Idea wouldn't return their calls. So I read the books, but sadly the story has to end there for me, because I'm not able to get Bad Idea books, and I'm just not going to order more books off of eBay and online and other places at the moment with everything that I buy and coming in. So Tankers #1 with that fantastic cover. I love the minimal trade dress. And Tankers #2, we are going to do those we're going to do those as a giveaway here tonight. Something that I'd like to do more regularly, because like we said, we got to make room for books here in the Comic Dojo. So stuff that I've already read that I'm not going to keep in the PC, got to make room, right? So we're going to hit up this chat here in just a minute. But before I hit up the chat, what we're going to do is I'm going to post a start line. And after that start line goes, I want everyone to just type the number 1 once. Type the number 1 once. After I drop the start line, type the number 1 once. That'll be your entry, and I'll sit and hand type everybody on the wheel here, and we will chat it up for just a little bit. I can spell. right? It's Monday 3.0. Here it's coming to you in just a little bit. And let me grab the wheel. Boom, there you go. Oh, Peter Parker's pants. Let's just type in Peter. There we go. There's Peter on the list, and this is going to be quite the chat jump. Holy moly. Yep, here we go. So while everybody gets that in, I'm going to catch up with the chat here to hang out with you guys for everybody that's been talking. So you get Mark, stop it. Just one, Mark, just one. For Christ's sake. I mean, Lord's sake, buddy, just one. Once I'm done going through the chat and I get caught up to the numbers, I'll drop the ending line, and it's one entry per person real quick. And where did we leave off at? Here we go. Because this is my favorite part about Wednesday. We've gotten through the books in a pretty quick time. That leaves us a really good bit of time to hang out with everybody. Nice House on the Lake has issue 6 coming. Then it goes on break. Okay. So it doesn't break after 5. So that's a really good thing because I really want to see what the hell happens in issue 6 before they go on break. Any DC, yes, we did grab Nice House on the Lake. And Don, I didn't buy a single Marvel book. Peter Parker's Pants is a 5-month break. Excited for Lucky Devil 3. Did I see that? I can't quite remember. Dark Ages was pretty good. So yeah, Walter, I did see you say that, and I should probably go back and read Dark Ages digitally. One way or the other. I don't want to miss out on great reads every week, but also at the same point, there's only so much storage room and there's only so much space there's only so much money in the wallet, so to speak. You only bought 2 Marvels and they were both cover buys. Interesting. 6-month, Josh G says on the wait. Most Tinian books are getting a break. Yes. Something's Killing the Children is getting a break, and they're doing the House of Slaughter starting. House of Slaughter drops in like 2 or 3 weeks, if I remember correctly. It was delayed by a week, and I think it's the week after Motor City Comic Con, House of Slaughter drops. That's going to hurt the wallet right there because I pretty much ordered everything. House of Slaughter is other writers. Oh, it's not Tinian writing that? I thought Tinian was writing House of Slaughters. House of Slaughter. Interesting. The Comic Vet is in the chat. Thanks for being here, buddy. Good to see you. If you guys don't know the Comic Vet, somebody make sure they drop his link. You guys can subscribe to him. Check out his weekly content. Really fun guy. Really, really appreciate the content you drop every week and the stuff you do for the community every time, man. There is no crying at baseball. There are no breaks in comics. Yeah. I get it. But sometimes I'm emotionally appreciative of a break because you do kind of can feel overwhelmed sometimes. It's not like you're trying to keep up, but as a human, I can only process so much information at any given time. I have a speed that I can go and get information. So sometimes a break can be really helpful. Don't care about their Substacks. I got into the Tinian Substack because I really wanted to see what exclusives they were going to drop. And the first exclusive that he's dropping off his Substack is a House of Slaughter #1. I am a little kind of sad because a lot of us were kind of hoping that was going to be Something is Killing the Children exclusive, like extra ALA copies, but nah, it's not happening. But either way, still, it'll be really cool. It'll really be really cool to see what the exclusives are. Because if you imagine, there's not that many people that signed up for that. There's probably less than 500 people. There's probably 200 or 300 people that signed up for that that were founders that get the issues. So you're talking about what could be an extremely limited cover, 200 or 300 copies. You know what I mean? Either way, 5 issues, Paul Dunn says. It's a mini. Good to know, man. Thank you very much. I don't think Eve was going to be only 5 books, so when it finished, I freaked. Yeah, I know, right? I feel like that could have gone till 12 issues, absolutely, in my opinion. Everything is a mini now. And this is what's very different is we as collectors, or me as a collector, several years ago, did not get into minis because minis didn't hold and retain value. I mean, if you're buying comic books not only to read, but also to collect like I do, you want your books to maintain their value or increase. You never want to really lose money. You get the entertainment value out of the book, sure. $4 for a book, entertainment value, sell it for $2 or $3. You get that. But when minis always ended up in dollar bins. Now, not so much. We're really seeing a lot of cool, new, terrific stories show up in minis. So Eve was good. Eve was terrific. I agree. Anyone reading Bermuda, I'd love that book. I don't recall seeing that one. And Beyond the Beach has been good. Station, everybody. Oh, buddy, it's great to see you, man. Welcome back to the great Herminio Vegas Jr.'s in the house. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for being here. If you guys don't know Big Herm Collectibles, make sure somebody drops his link down there and subscribe to the Great Hermini or Big Herm Collectibles, because his Wednesday show was just about an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours ago. I'm going to catch that on the rewind after this, but you guys make sure you check that out. Ryan Halsep, thanks for being here, man. Good to see you. You bought all the Great Bermuda, but I have yet to read it. What up, Herm, my man? Did you pick up the Deadpool Black, White, and Blood? I did not. Didn't see it. Wasn't at my LCS, and I didn't pre-order it. So, ouch is right. Yes, Peter's Pants, it's been so fun. Absolutely. See if we can get caught up to these numbers and get people entered in the wheel here. Welcome back. Welcome back. Hello, friends. Happy new comic book day. Lots of great books this week. I agree. In fact, I actually sat out on a couple, unfortunately, but sounds interesting, Space. Sup, John? Absolutely. Carolina Chris is in the chat. Good to see you, buddy. I love that Dukes. I love that Dukes emblem with spread Dukes, man. Hello, John. Absolutely. Who else we got in here? Holy moly, we're getting caught up really quick. We're jumping ahead really quick. John's Comics with Kids, Matt. Yes, very cool, Ricky. Absolutely. Be sure to check out Ricky's pictures on Twitter and the Comic Core Discord group where he got that Star Wars Clone Wars 1 signed. Absolutely. AOA, thanks for being here. New Damian Wayne Robin series is fun and stupid. That's an intriguing way. That's kind of intriguing. I'm kind of interested now. Fun and stupid. I like fun, and sometimes stupid is fun as well. So you know what I mean. So let's get to this giveaway just a second here. Holy moly, yes. Gotta love Wednesdays. Gotta love Wednesdays. I can get ENIAC 3 and 4 for you, Tankers 3. I say we let somebody else enjoy these books too. I enjoyed them quite a bit. And Paul, I can't thank you enough again for the AOK, but we're gonna spread that AOK goodness, that comic community karma, or comic karma. Why not, right? Absolutely. Kind of like a little library edition, kind of floating around a little bit for somebody. So Avengers Tech on, great looking and goofy. Good to know, man. Good to know. And you can pass them to the wieners. Absolutely. Nice. Wieners. Doo-doo. Make room. Yes, absolutely, buddy. All right, so there's the line we've got, and the chat jump one more time. There's the good Lord, Mark. I saw all that. All right, so Peter Parker's Pants, you're in. Mark, Mishu, we get you in here. We get you in here. If you really want to read that, absolutely, man. There's Mark. So, come on, Mama. We're getting you on there. AOA on there once. There you go, buddy. Peter, you're already on there. Walter, you are now on the wheel. Mark, you're already on there. Luke, you are on the wheel. Let's see. Dreadnox, good to see you. Thanks for being here. Dreadnox for life. From the Whatnot family, from the Whatnot community over there. There's Paul. Paul's going to win his books back. That'd be pretty great. Carolina Chris. I'm typing too fast. I'll mind the spelling later. Don Davis, you're on there too. All right. Here we go. Mojo is on the list. The wheel. Stoutman. You are on the wheel. Dave's Collection. Thanks for being here, man. You are on the wheel. Bingo. Let's scroll this a little bit. Joey Bag of Sevens is in the house. Good to see you, man. You are on the wheel as well. 4, 7, 7, 7, 1. There it is. Mark, no, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, Mark, no. Zuni's on the wheel now. Here we go. AOA, I think AOA, you are already on the wheel. Jeff James, welcome to the chat. You are on the wheel for the giveaway now. Ricky, you are on the wheel as well. Big Herm Collectibles, you are on the wheel, man. Big Herm. Mark, no. One again? Seriously? No. There we go. And I think that's about as 18 entries. We got 31 people watching and 18 that have entered. Planet Arizona Comics, what is up? Thanks for being here, catching you on the drive home. Thank you so much. Good to see you, man. Who else? Let's check for any more before we drop that end line. B-Town is in the house. What is good, buddy? Thanks for being here. It is Wednesday, man. We're finding some good vibes and good energy. There we are. Any more? He's not writing it. I know. Tinian's not writing House of Slaughter. I will say this. I then goofed. I ordered heavily on House of Slaughter because I thought Tinian was writing it. And I'm fairly certain I'm getting the 1 in 1,000. And it's this is Berserker all over again. The Berserker is the only other modern book right now that's been ordered more than that, like 600 some odd thousand. House of Slaughter is like 520,000, 540,000. I don't know if you guys had the number. Share it with me. But I went into this thinking I was going to order enough copies to get that stuff and split it with some friends to try to get some of the ratios. And then my LCS stepped up and said, Andy, we've changed our mind. We're going to step up from where we're at. It's not too much further if you're interested. I'm like, yes, give me all the variants. And I thought Tinian was writing it, and I should have looked at the pre-order stuff, and I should have actually paid attention when I was doing. So maybe they'll get shipped in that Random House box and get damaged, and I won't be stuck buying it. I don't know. I'm looking forward to checking out the covers. I mean, like a modern completionist collector, and I'm doing a completionist collection on Something's Killing the Children. So a spinoff House of Slaughter is kind of something that, yeah, we're gonna. This is, you guys buckle up. This is gonna be crazy. The Wednesdays are gonna be crazy from here on out, man. I tell you what. My only reason here to support my friend and give him shit at the same time. Absolutely. Michael, if you want in on the giveaway, Michael, you want in on the giveaway, type 1 real quick, because we're giving away these two, Tankers number 1 and Tankers number 2. Thanks to Paul Dunn. Thanks for AOKing those to me to read. Now we're passing them on to the community. That's also what she made. Oh, God. There you go, man. There you go. Comic Vet link is right there. Thank you. Come on, mama. Absolutely. Wish I was going to Motor City because my son wants it. Yeah, Motor City next a week from this Friday. A week from this Friday, Motor City, and I still don't have tickets. That's going to be interesting. So is there still time to sign up? Walter, I think you're on the list. Are you talking about? Yeah, Walter, you are on the wheel for the giveaway. The Kanto was not out this week, but the New York Comic-Con variants are out tomorrow or Friday, and I'm hoping that a friend or two might be able to secure a set for me. We'll see. I don't know. DC Vampires looks interesting. They'll be getting it. There's a lot of vampire stuff going on. I'm just not a big vampire fan, but yeah, Kanto. Absolutely. AOA, yes. Thanks for being here again. Beyond the Beach is great. Big Herm is still here. You just made my dog howl in her sleep. Yeah. Sometimes I do that. Sometimes never mind. I'm leaving that one alone. Spread the Dukes. Absolutely. There you go, Herm. Man, little guy started crying. Wait, when you were going to do the giveaway. We haven't quite done it yet, man. There's Ryan. Absolutely. You are still in. I know sometimes I'm a little long-winded, and sometimes that works out for everyone. Ryan, you are now on the wheel. There we go. I just finished watching the What If. I have not done it yet. You guys can talk about it in the chat, but I'm going to watch that later on next week, maybe. Andy, please take me out of the giveaway, Peter says. Okay. Peter is getting out of the giveaway. There you go, man. Oops. Bingo. All right, Peter. And I'm hitting the wrong button, so bear with me real quick. There we go. Peter is out of the giveaway. I already have those. Someone else should enjoy. No need to be sorry, man. Thanks for getting in on that. See above comment if I win, Paul Dunn says. Where is it? There's a Paul Beyond the Beach. Breach is great. Paul, what's going on? Let me know, man. I'm not seeing it. See above comment if I win. I'll include the lot 1 through 4. Oh, maybe it was just the timing and with the comments hit. Absolutely. If I win the wheel, spin it one more time for someone else, Mark says. There you go. So we got a wild card in play right now. Have you read Primordial? Yes, Jeff, I did, and I enjoyed it, and that is on my pull list. You're talking about this, yeah, if I remember correctly, the exact same creative team that did Gideon Falls, Sorrento and Lemire. Creative team powerhouse right there for me. So I ordered Primordial when it first hit previews just because of that creative team. I didn't even read the description. I didn't even read what it was about. I'm like, give it to me. But yeah, that is a cool read. Tinian is part of it still, he says. Okay, so Paul, I got to look into it. 460,000 copies of House of Slaughter #1. That's a lot. We're going to get to this giveaway. I'll ramble on more later. All right, you guys ready for this? You guys ready to spin the wheel one time? Sharing screen. I didn't drop the end line, but nobody else is entering. That's fine. So we are sharing screen right now. Here you go. You get to stare at my face, go round and round. And let me get rid of the comment real quick, just for a moment. All right. We're going to shuffle it a few times. One spin of the wheel. And whoever wins, please message me on IG with your shipping information so I can package these up and get them sent to you. And maybe I can find something else really cool to throw in there. So, Big Herm. Is it going to be Big Herm? Is it going to be Big Herm? It is the great Herminio Reyes Jr. with the win, buddy. There you go, man. Hot shit. That is so cool. Big Herm, you have just helped me hit one of my bucket list items. That is to spin the wheel, see you win, and do the great shout for the Herminio Reyes Jr. on a whale win. There you go, buddy. So, Big Herm, shoot me your address. Shoot me your credentials. You're not your credentials, but just shoot me your stuff. All right. Don't shoot me your stuff. Just give me your address. God. Oh, man. There you go, Herm. Very cool, man. I hope you enjoy those books. So, announcements real quick while everybody talks in the chat. Announcements real quick. Motor City Comic Con is next week. I still don't have our tickets. I'm going to be professional. I'm going to try to vlog this. I'm actually seriously going to try to vlog this. We're trying to get one of these to work. We got a DOA one to start. It's a Rode ME-L for an iPhone. We're going to try to get one of these little mics to work so that we can actually do some video vlogging. I will be professional, but I will be I'll be real. $85 per person for 3 days. And we paid for advanced shipping, priority advanced shipping, and we still don't have our passes. $85 for a 3-day pass per person. We still don't have and advanced shipping fees. Let's put this into context here. Baltimore Comic-Con in 19 when I went was like $60 for a 3-day pass. Sure, it's $15, but I'm not going to really complain about $15 too much. But when you're getting multiple people and you're paying up for a convention that's $85 per person for 3 days, and you're paying for priority shipping, and you still don't have the tickets, I shouldn't be biting my nails to see if I have my tickets in time, and because we paid up so that we wouldn't have to wait in line. Essentially, 2019 was a long ass wait in line at Motor City, long ass wait in line, and then when you get in the building, oh, we're not opening the convention yet. Something went wrong. They piled everybody in rooms and closed the doors. Said you can't leave. Really. So I want to vlog this time. That experience made me want to take a conscious effort to spread my wings, if you will, try something a little bit different and actually do some vlogging to create some content outside of doing live shows and what I enjoy doing right now, because I feel like it's an experience that a lot of people would want to see what happens. You know what I mean? Okay. Announcements. Yes, Motor City Comic Con is a week from this Friday. I'm still excited, but I shouldn't be this nervous because I don't have my tickets yet. Excuse me. And there is another live Whatnot auction this Friday, 8 p.m. down here in the Comic Dojo. Whether it's 20, 30, or 40 books or items or lots, I have some more Marvel mystery packs. I've got an Ultimate Fallout 4 that's going to be hitting Whatnot. I just remembered this. The Pacelli that you guys don't see up here anymore. That Pacelli Ultimate Fallout 4 is going to go on Whatnot. It's time to make some room there and change things up behind me a little bit. So for those of you 26 that are still here, this is your little sneak peek or a little tidbit here. The Whatnot auction this Friday is going to have that Pacelli Ultimate Fallout 4 variant. So that's going to get dropped in there. And I'm going to dig for some other really good books. Like I said, there's like 5 more Marvel mystery packs to let go of. And I'm going to see what else I can find that's to be really interesting. Hopefully what we're throwing up on the Whatnot auctions, what we're kind of catering and putting together has been fun for everybody, whether it's a book you're just interested in reading or a book you're interested in collecting, or if you're just there hanging out for the music and hanging out for the good time. I hope you guys are enjoying it as much as I am. I'm really looking forward to this Friday. So now that we're here, we've done announcements, we've given away these 2 great books, and these are going to the great Herminio Reyes Jr. So hopefully he gets my address or gets his address to me here soon. Whatnot needs a PC app. Jeff, James, we've been talking about that regularly, and that is constant. That is regular feedback that we give to the Whatnot people all the time. Now we've got a PC dashboard where we can like print shipping labels and stuff like that. But Whatnot, I need a dashboard on Whatnot on the PC so that I can enter items much easier, much faster, and copy and paste and have files saved It's a lot harder to do on the phone. I know that some people are really good with mobile devices, but there are a lot of us out there that I'm okay. I'm above average with a mobile device, but I could save a tremendous. I'm talking. I could save 2 hours per auction, 2 hours worth of work per auction, if I could actually hand type it out on a PC here, copy paste some files and all that other stuff. So I'm hoping they're getting that feedback from people. And I would love to sit here and actually have 3 or 4 auctions live on my computer screens from Whatnot so that I don't have to bounce in and out. I do like the convenience of bouncing around, but I would also be more convenient to just have like 6 of them up on one screen at the same time. So, you got a list of stuff you're going to be looking at for the con. Yes, it's a very short list. It is a very short list. If I can remember off the top of my head, Walking Dead number 1, 9.8. I'm going to be looking for it. It doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to be buying it, but if I see one, definitely going to be asking what the price is potentially. If it's just, hopefully not just booth bait. You know what I mean? The Dr. Aphra 1 in 20, or I'm sorry, the Darth Vader number 3, first appearance of Dr. Aphra 1 in 25. We're looking for that as well. Probably not going to show up. I don't think anybody's really selling that variant at all, besides eBay and a couple other places. And there is there's a Golden Age Marine Corps book, and the exact title verbatim escapes me at the moment. I can look at the cover and see the cover in my head, but it's a no number book. It's like Leathernecks number. It's a Marine Corps something. That's a graded copy of that. If I could find one, that might be kind of difficult at Motor City. Motor City's I don't feel like is known for Golden Age stuff. I think Baltimore is really known for Golden Age stuff. Talk to JD over at the Comic Corps when it comes to Baltimore and Golden Age stuff. But I digress there. So there's like 3 things right off the top of my head that I know we're looking for. And you know what? Just really cool modern stuff that I haven't discovered yet, or like lock and key trades or hardcovers. If there's a decent deal on hardcovers or trades on some stuff that I'm looking for, yeah, absolutely. Hey, Saga number 1 is always in my wheelhouse. Saga number 1, 9/8 or 9/6s. If I find one that's a deal that I can't pass up, probably gonna walk away with one. You know what I mean? I'm sure there's a lot of other things other people are looking for out there. I know New York Comic Con is this week and Motor City Comic Con is next weekend. So I'm sure friends are sharing lists and trading lists of things that you might trade back and forth for. People are sending each other money. You know, that's the comic community at work. It really is. Jeff James, yes. Whatnot needs a PC app. Absolutely. Whatnot needs to get back to me on my application. It's been almost 6 months. Whatnot has more people applying to sell on there than they have people that can process. There's only 1 or 2 people that are processing applicants. That's what the that's how many people they have staffed for processing that. It blew up. Like people they were not anticipating this many people applying to sell comic books on Whatnot. They really weren't. It'll be really interesting to see how things go at New York City Comic Con for them, and hopefully they're busy and they're gonna have a lot of fun. There are going to be live auctions from New York City Comic Con, like Uncle Skeff. Skeff's Comic Knowledge is there in New York, and he's going to be doing a live sale on the Whatnot app from the Comic Con on Saturday. I know there are several others. Oh, Mighty Mel V, it's Drunken Chat. He's going to be doing one. I'm pretty sure there's a few other people that I just hadn't seen them sharing on IG yet today, or if I did, I missed it. And I know that they're posting stuff over there. Some really cool behind the scenes footage and some really cool pictures of New York Comic Con. But Jeff James, I own a track phone, no internet. See, there are a lot of people out there that don't have smartphones still, but would prefer to use Whatnot on a PC. That's the reality of it. Is there's a chunk of people out there like that. And there's a chunk of people that have smartphones that have the app and just would prefer not to use it on a phone. So then they either get an iPad for now or they wait for a PC version, which an iPad will be the easiest, but it's definitely not cheap unless you can buy or borrow an iPad from a friend relatively well, not relatively cheaper. Apple products are not cheap, and the new iPads I looked at possibly getting an upgrading to an iPad so that I can stream the auction from my phone and I can control the rest of them like an iPad. No. That's a massive chunk out of the collecting budget. Like it's like stupid. Those iPads are really way more. I remember buying my first couple of iPads for like $400 or $500, like cheap. These ones were, that's a whole nother story. You need to do an only foil. We don't let go of foils. We let go of one foil once. We let go of one foil once, And because of that, it's back now. The first Whatnot auction we ever did, we sold that Department of Truth, that gold foil variant, and I regretted it. I regretted it. Boy, did I regret it. So much so. I regretted it so much so. I enjoyed the experience, and the person that picked it up got a really good deal on it, and they really enjoyed it. But I regretted letting go of that book so much that I love gold foil. Uncle Skeff put this up, and I said, nope, that's coming home. That's got to come home. And I know there were a couple of people that I probably disappointed that I picked it up, but Uncle, this still went for, there are massive deals on Whatnot. This book, I want to say is in the neighborhood of like 20 to 25% less than the last sales on GPA and what was available on eBay. Easy. I enjoy Department of Truth, but this cover, I could not. I continue to dream about that book, because when I picked up the first copy of it, I picked it up with plans to send it to CGC because I wanted that slabbed gold foil book, because it's just stupid cool. But also from the old Uncle Skeffmeister, this old Skeffy Poo, we got ourselves a Saga number 2 9.8. So the Saga collection is expanding. I shared this on IG, which means we're in the hunt for Saga number 3. I would also be looking for Saga number 3 at Motor City Comic Con, or number 4 or 5 or 6. Issues 3 through 10 in 9.8. I'm going to be looking to pick up. It's just time. And if I can't find them, then I'm going to pull out the personal collection of raw books and start going through there and looking for those books to send to CGC to see if I can get 9.8s. So now that we busted out a couple of stellar slabs, we've also won a couple of really cool slabs in that mystery box on Monday. So if you didn't see the Mail Call Monday, we picked up a $200 mystery box from TNT Comics, and we did not win the grand prize, but we got like 100 and let's call it like $140 to $160 worth of slabs right here alone in a $200 mystery box, and a giant stack of comic books, and a chunk of those were 1 in 25 variants. So that was a really, really killer value. If you guys have not seen that video, pop over there. It looks a little long, but it's like the first 10 minutes is just the unboxing. And if you guys want me to clip micro content, I will. But that box gets unboxed lickety split to see if we hit a GP on there, and we didn't. But that's okay, because that was still a stellar deal on that. Kanto, 3 exclusives at New York City Comic Con. I have respectively, yeah, can't talk. Paul Dunn, I asked if he is able to find me a set, I will pay him the money, or PayPal him. Paul Dunn, Skeff's gonna try too, but like Skeff's gonna be super busy, and we don't know how limited these Kanto variants are going to be. I wish I had pictures uploaded so you guys can see them. Go to the Whatnot account on IG, or go to Drew Zucker's IG account, or David M. Boer's IG account, and you can see it is is it really an homage if only the background color changes a little bit? I don't really think that's an homage, but think of the original Kanto number 1. It's a reprint of that with a bluish, like a light sky bluish background. It looks really good. Then there's a black and white variant, and then there's another variant of that. So very cool. Burke Family 54, thanks for being here, man. Thanks for stopping in. Good to see you, brother. Always appreciate you stopping in the chat, and I always catch you on the replay, because sometimes we kind of go at the same time. Sorry, man. Loose Comics, I've been waiting for a while too. House of L. Waiting for a while. Yeah, needs to get back to you guys. 6 months. House of L says, have I been on Whatnot that? I don't know. I was one of the early group, and I don't know if I've been waiting that. Yeah. No, because it's been, I digress, but I'm sorry, guys, that's kind of the bottleneck, but there are a lot more people applying to Whatnot to sell on there than they have the capacity to get through on the paperwork side of things. Wish I could have gotten that other one. Nice. Absolutely. I want that variant. If you have another, I don't. Pretty sure you outbid me on that one. Yeah, Luke, I think you were in on that one too. And I'm sorry, man. That I sold the original that I picked up. The original that I ordered through ECGCE, and I sold it on that first Whatnot auction, and it was a blast. And like I said, it was fun letting go of that book, but I regretted letting go of that after everything was said and done. So I had to go for it. Absolutely, it's bonkers, man. You have that one at CGC right now. You have one at CGC and one at home. Awesome, Paul. We don't let go of foils, Peters. Yeah, that's well, yeah, that's what I said. I did once and I regretted it. I don't want to do it again, really. I thought I said them both. Interesting. Ready for the announcements from Mr. Vaughn. Yes, very cool. Nice wins. Thank you, Chris. How can I shop on Whatnot? Download the app, and then it'll give you a chunk of hashtags to follow. Hashtag Pokemon, hashtag sports cards, or hashtag. Just look for the hashtag comic books. You click on that, and it'll load all of the comic book shows that select that comic hashtag. It'll load all those up for you, and then you can follow your favorite sellers, and then it'll load into like a little second line that says just the people that you follow. So it has the people that you follow, their live shows are up there, then all of the comic book shows down there, and then below that are all the shows that are live on Whatnot at the time. You'd be shocked. You'll see shows with 600-700 people in them. Kid you not. I collect one character, and it is so taxing to watch auctions forever. So that's the best part on the Whatnot app, Ryan. If you don't have the Whatnot app, this is where I think it could benefit you. People that sell on the Whatnot app, it behooves them. I used another word. Wow. It behooves them to preload all their books so people can pre-shop and pre-screen. You can go through all of the Whatnot. Can I do that? Can I even show that to you guys easily at all? I don't know. But you can go on there right now and look at the auctions that aren't starting for several hours. There's a bunch of them tonight. And you can look at all the books they have preloaded on there. You can look for all your Venom stuff. You can look for all that great stuff. And then you can actually you can search. I think you can search certain hashtags too. But I think you'd get a bang. I think you'd get I think you'd enjoy it. I wouldn't get rid of my foils either, just getting you fired up. Absolutely. Someone online is selling Dark Horse, the Clone Wars one with a signature. I mean, yeah, I could take my Punisher War Journal 9.9 and I could sell that for 60. I could put it up for 60 grand, but putting a price tag on something doesn't necessarily mean that's what it's worth. It's only worth what somebody's willing to pay for it. $17,500 for a signed Clone Wars one is definitely a stretch out of the universe. Like, what's that book now? $3,000 a book unsigned. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think it'll ever reach that. And you guys can laugh and point at me if I'm wrong. But do you guys want a quick recap of the books from New Comic Book Day? Is there anybody in here hanging out that didn't get to see all the books earlier? If you want a quick recap, I can. Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up here. It has been a blast. I am feeling really freaking recharged now. Oh, I can't thank you guys enough. Really looking forward to hanging out with you guys on Whatnot this Friday. In fact, I'm gonna go ahead and start loading some more Whatnot books right now. I don't think I have anything loaded, so I'm gonna load them now for Friday. It behoove me to do so. And that way I don't have to do everything last minute on tomorrow night. I can record a little ditty and put it on Whatnot too. So you get a little visual preview too of people's auctions. Peter Parker's Pants says recap. Absolutely. I am not taking down that recap there. But like we said, great little pickup from the case or from the wall, whatever you want to call it. Peasy Cow 23. I would do a quick recap. I was cooking. Absolutely. Thanks for being here. Consider hitting the subscribe button. Welcome to the chat. Hope to see you around again soon for Mondays and Wednesdays. Thank you for being here. It's very appreciated. The great energy that you bring is a big plus. So off the wall, off the case, wherever it was, I can't quite remember. Wolverine #1. Now, back issue pickup. This was high grade. It was, yeah, like if I remember correctly, this was like, I think this has got a shot at 9.6 and maybe a little bit better at a press. I don't know. Could end up coming back at 9.4. Depends on the grader, right? And how hungover they are. RedShift #3 is out. And like I've said, I'm enjoying this. This is kind of my jam, this style of story, this space adventure and humanity's struggle for survival. I think the pacing could be a little bit slower and the story could be fleshed out a little bit more. It might be ramped up because it might be a miniseries. I don't know. House of L says he was buying on Whatnot till I got a rude email about my haven't bought on there since. Sorry, that's. Oh, no. Yeah, I don't know, man. Sorry that somebody did that to you. It behooves you to do a recap. Last book you'll ever read, #3. I haven't read issue 1 or issue 2 because I couldn't figure out why I ordered it until all of a sudden tonight. Oh, yeah, Cullen Bunn. That's why I ordered it. So now we're going to get those read at some point here soon. Last Flight Out, issue 2. I'm sticking with this. I'm going to see how this goes. They got a lot of story to pack into basically 4 more issues. And Dark Horse. Literally, this is like 1 ply better than 2 ply toilet paper. This thing's thin. I was concerned that I was going to accidentally rip pages as I was trying to read this tonight. This thing is like dollar bill thin. Am I even going to be able to convey that to you guys at how dollar bill thin that is? Super thin. And the book is really wavy, like it absorbed moisture in shipping or something like that. But holy moly, Peasy Cow with a $5 super chat. I found you recently and my ass is sticking around. Love the channel and the good vibes. Thank you very much. It's greatly appreciated. We are going to continue compiling these. And I think, honestly, the first thing that we're going to do when we're able to do a withdraw from the super chats or the AdSense is we're going to do a donation to the Tell Valhalla project. If you don't know about the Tell Valhalla project, I gotta get that link and share that link in the chat. The Tell Valhalla project is does a lot of t-shirts, a lot of hats, a lot of apparel, and they really work to fight to end veteran suicide. It's part of the 22 a day hashtag. And I wish I had more prepared to talk about it. It's still something I'm working out, but that'll happen. That'll happen sometime soon. Jeff James, tough call. He says, better hero, Gru or the Tick? The Tick, man. The Tick. I'll go Tick. Spoon, absolutely. Shortage of paper, LOL Spoon, absolutely. Great cause, Andy, attaboy. I feel like it's very deserving. I own like 8 or 9 of these shirts. You'll always seeing me wear them, and some of them are getting kind of a little old and ratty. That's okay. I'll probably wear one at the convention, a couple of them at the convention, either way. But recap of the book still. We are The Walking Dead. Walking Dead number 24. Like we said, this is where Kirkman really slaps the reader in the face and delivers that the Walking Dead aren't the zombies. They're the humans, and it's the struggle for their innocence and their humanity that is really the story, the focal point of the story. Love that. Love reliving that issue to issue. I'd love rereading that issue to issue as it drops. Speaking of love here, if you love me, the me you love in the dark, I was worried about this is going to be kind of like Patrick Swayze-esque kind of ghost story. And it is a little bit, but there was a twist. I feel like things are going to turn for the dark, so to speak, a little bit there. But Star Wars: The High Republic Adventures number 9, the retailer incentive is in the short box for tonight, and cover A hits the reading pile at some point, and then the DC. No, yeah, what was I saying? My read of the week was Nice House on the Lake. I dropped that too soon and didn't think about it. I said Last Flight Out number 2 was my read. Nice House on the Lake was my read of the week. Why did I miss this? The very beginning. Nice House on the Lake, issue 5 is out. From my understanding from everybody in the chat, issue 6 will drop next, and then they'll go on a 5 or 6 month break. That's the recap. We've gone over the announcements. We've given away 2 great books. Tankers, number 1 and number 2. Thank you, Paul Dunn, for that AOK. We are now AOKing those books to the great Herminio Reyes Jr. Absolutely. Once again, thank you, everybody, for being here. Whew. Thanks for the great energy. Thanks for the uplifting great energy, guys. This is comic books, this connective tissue that we call comic books are fantastic. They really are. Brings a lot of people together, brings a lot of differing opinions together. We learn a lot, we grow, right? But the most important thing all day, every day, are all of you. Because if it wasn't for you, none of this would exist. Think about that. Comic books wouldn't exist if it wasn't for all of you. Oh, holy shit. That'll blow your mind, right? Once again, everybody, thanks for a great Wednesday. Thanks for a great week. I look forward to talking with you guys again coming up soon. We're either going to drop some micro content Thursday or Friday, or we're just going to do a hangout or something like that at some point. But Mail Call Monday next week might not necessarily be Mail Call Monday. That might not necessarily be Mail Call Monday. We will see. We might do a modern comic book talk show of some sort. Maybe look for a couple of guests. The trials and tribulations of collecting modern comic books or being a completionist collector or things of that nature. But either way, Luke's Comics, absolutely, man. Good night. Thank you, everybody, for being here. Once again, you guys are the most important part all day, every day. And remember, be original. Take care of each other. Y'all know how I'm going to end this? I'm going to go peace out. I'm going to go pinkies out. Catch you all on the flip side for the next one. Have a good night, everybody.
Be excellent to each other. And party on, dudes.
Excuse me while I change. The holler boogie has made me sweaty. Yeah, sweaty. I love gold. I love gold. I love gold. I love gold.
The fact that there's like almost 20 of you guys still watching just for that blows my mind every week. Have a great week, everybody.
I love